What up with you guys? You know who it is. It's your boy John Mike back again with another episode of Stuff I Actually Use. And today I want to talk about my studio monitors, boys and girls. You guys have always been on fire in my comment section. Every time I do a video, I get all of these comments about
why you got your studio monitors on the side? No, they lay it on the side. You know that's wrong. You know that's wrong. You know you're not supposed to have the stereo field. The stereo field, John Mike. The stereo field. The stereo field.
Relax. So this is what I'm going to tell you about that. I'm going to answer this question first, and then I'm going to talk about the monitors as a whole, what I use and why I use them. But the reason that these are on the side is because they look cool. I'm just going to be honest. I like the way they look laying on the side. The second reason is because when I turn them up like this, to me, it kind of looks kind of funky, and it blocks, feels like it blocks that to me. Whatever. But outside of them being cool, and the way I like them like this, the reason I don't stress too much about cones in, cones out on the side, messing up, no, not on whatever, blah, 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 is because I use these to reference in mono. I reference in mono. These are my secondary reference speakers. I reference them in mono. So I have a mono button on my PreSonus controller here. So when I am working, I switch to these speakers and I hit the mono button and I listen in mono. So the stereo field is irrelevant. Other thing is they're off axis, and I have them off axis on purpose because it's not about trying to get the perfect stereo image. It's about listening to something off axis. And if you really mix, you understand about listening to something off axis and how it kind of relevant, because I don't have the time to go into that. Off axis, I have them off axis, I'm monitoring mono, and they're reference speakers. Now, one more thing before I go into my Adams and talk about the real deal with those. I've had these particular monitors, these Yamahas, for about 12 years now. These are actually the HS50Ms, not the HS5s that most people are using now. These are the ones that came out before the HS5s did. Honestly, I don't know. I've never had a pair of HS5s. I have the HS50s, and they sound great to me. And I have done hundreds of mixes on these before I even because I just recently got the Adams, but I've done hundreds of mixes using these Yamahas, and they were properly positioned before I got these. I had these on the stands and I would use those. But these are amazing mid-range monitors. I would recommend them for anybody who's looking to get in. I would recommend those. These are just 5-inch. But the real deal, of course, are my Adams. These are my favorite monitors that I've had. I've owned them for about 1.5 years now. Really solid build, really solid sound, really good spectrum, really good lows, really good highs. And these are the TS7s. I'm sorry, I didn't mention that. These are the TS7s. I know they have the TS5s and the TS8s. But these are the 7s, and I love them. I love the high end. I trust them. I've probably in the last year, I've probably done about 100 mixes on these monitors. They sound phenomenal. And I would recommend them for anybody who's looking for a good budget. They cost about $500, and they're really good. Now, what you can't see, and I'll throw in on some B-roll, is down below is my sub, my Adam sub. Good folks at Adam actually sent this over. I'll be doing a real overview on this really soon, where I'll talk about it in depth, because I'm honestly still getting to know it and getting to learn it and learning how it works in my setup. So I'm going to do a dedicated review on that, because Adam sent this over maybe about a month or so ago, and I haven't had a chance to really dig in. So I want to have some objective opinions after owning it for about maybe 5 or 6 months, so I can tell you really functionally how it works in my setup and how I use it. But the Adams sub is amazing. I actually have the Adams, the 7s plugged into the actual subwoofer. That's a really dope feature about that. Again, I'll talk about that in depth in my review on the Adams system, and we'll talk about that and dig into that at a later date. But this is my monitor setup. This is what I use every day. This is what I listen through every day, and this is how, you know, everything flows here in my studio. So again, I like talking about this stuff. Let me know if you guys like me talking about this stuff, sharing about the stuff that I actually use and how I use it and how it works into my flow. I just try to be practical about everything that I do and everything that I share with you guys, so that you can really know how it would work, not only in my workflow, but how you can possibly use it and how it's going to fit into your workflow. So that's it. You know how we do on these videos. Hit the like button, hit the share button, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. Subscribe, turn on notifications, do all those things you do on the video. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. I'm out. Holla at your boy. Music, bruh.